Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today I want to talk to you about a Bnc Scanner Antenna. I picked this thing up at wish.com. I originally ordered one from Banggood, but it never showed, so they just refunded me, which is fine. So I ordered a new one in from Wish, and it showed up. Got here pretty quick too, so I'm kind of happy with that. Anyways, this is one of those things where it goes in the back of a scanner that has a Bnc type connector. And this thing can also be angled too, and of course it's telescopic. So increase the range of your scanner. Now I have an old Radio Shack Pro 2040 scanner that's actually pretty nice, and I can haul a lot of stuff in on it still, which surprisingly enough for being in the country. Because at first I didn't think it was really working too well, but then now I'm starting to haul stuff in. I was even starting to haul stuff in with this one finally, which is the stock antenna that just screws right into it. And anyways, they also give instructions, you know, put it in this position for this kind of frequency range, this for this, and of course all the way collapsed for X amount of range. Don't pay attention to that because they're full of crap. Just fully extend it and leave it there. It'll work perfect in all the frequency levels. Anyway, so I got this one, which is like 760 odd millimeters in length. So it is much longer and than the stock one. So we'll just put it end to end here. And you can see that the new one is quite a bit longer than the original. So that's actually good. And that extra amount really does make a difference on how well you can pull stuff in. And but like I said, leave it fully extended. Now, the one thing that I can tell you I really don't like about this thing that's annoying is the fact that when you have the antenna extended, of course, that's a lot of extra weight from the antenna, and it can actually kind of do this. You know, so if you've got it, you know, it doesn't want to always stay there. So get it into a spot and find a way to, you know, put it there without interfering with its incoming signal capabilities, rubber band or something. But otherwise, yeah, it is a bit of a pain that way. So I'm kind of a little disappointed in that part of it. There's not enough of any friction because it's rotating around the collar is where the problem is. The collar is allowed to free rotate, you know, so the very back end, it's fine. And, you know, this angle thing works great too because you're always tuning in an antenna for angles with stuff like this sort of thing. So if you need it on an angle like this, you might want to consider some gorilla tape or duct tape around the collar and the back of the bracket area here, and that'll actually keep it in place much better. So that'll actually work out awesome for you that way. But for under 10 bucks, you can't complain, and it does work. It does improve its reception capabilities of the scanner. Now, like I said, I've got a Radio Shack Pro 2040 scanner. It's an old scanner, but you will find, you know, for UHF and VHF scanner, it does still have the ability to pull in a lot of stuff. And they call it an 800 megahertz scanner, so it can get a lot of stuff. There's a lot of frequencies in this thing. It's crazy. I mean, I've programmed in not quite 100 favorites into the channel banks because I have 100 channel banks to program. But even just letting it sit and just run through every single frequency it has and its capabilities, it does actually do a not too bad of a job. And pulling in stuff, living in the country too, it's going to be kind of like one of those time of day things, you know. It might not pull in very much in the morning or anything at all. Could be you're better at night. Could be better on a, you know, crappy day or, you know, a nice sunny day. It varies. I got some outdoor testing to do with this thing come spring and see what it's like outdoors, because right now it's winter here in Canada and I ain't sitting outside and freezing my butt off just to do that. But, you know, again, weather affects everything too. But this is pretty good for under 10 bucks from wish.com. It does, you know, work well, you know, as advertised. It can change, you know, its angles this way. The big problem here is this collar. It's allowed to free spin around the collar, and once you get the antenna up, that creates a lot of extra weight. So you're going to have to find a way to tape that somehow. I think they could have done a better design on this collar system for hooking it in, like put some kind of a stopping pin mechanism or something in there, so it'll, you know, it'll only get to lean so far and then it's going to be stopped. Otherwise, it's going to end up sitting like this. You know, it's kind of like, oh, that kind of sucks. That won't work. We need to kind of upright or a little bit this way or a little bit that way. and then being able to also push forward or haul it back, which that part works fine. But now, you can also leave your stock antenna in your scanner if you want, even though you're using this, because this one bypasses this one anyhow. I just took it out just because I'd rather have just this on the back. But I have tried it both ways, and it made no difference if this one was on there or not. This one here still did the better job. So I have tested both ways, and like I said, you can leave this screwed in. Doesn't matter. At least this way you won't lose your stock one either. I am going to search around, though, for a better and longer antenna that also doesn't have this swinging issue and see what I can find, if anything. But if not, what the hell, then we'll just stick with what we got, because it does actually improve the scanner's capabilities, which was my main goal anyhow. So this is a review and final review. So what do I think of this thing and all? It works awesome. Does the job. It's got lots of length to it, so it's going to really help with the reception. It will work on all frequency ranges within your scanner. And, so you don't have to put it in certain lengths like your scanner manual may tell you, even for your stock one. Just leave it fully extended, and it's going to work no matter what, because I have tested all the different lengths, and it makes no difference. Just leave it all the way out, and you're going to get your best reception. So, that part does matter, actually, is leaving it all the way out will work best. I'm not happy with this part of it where it swings around the collar free. So I would probably put this thing at, 3.5 out of 5 as far as stars go, but it's still worth, the money either way. It still works great. I use actually a piece of gorilla tape around here once I get the antenna where I want it, and then this way it can't move. And gorilla tape, as you guys know, it sticks to everything, and it does not like letting go. So it's kind of interesting. But definitely, I'm sure you can find a way to keep the antenna in a spot where you need it, and without interfering with its reception. So use like tie straps or rubber band or something to just keep it in an area where you have a little bit of swing room each way, so that if you do need to rotate it this way, you can, or that way, depending on your situation and where you have your scanner set up, and you'll be fine with that. Even with my star rating that I'm giving it, it's not perfect, and that is a big downside of the fact that it won't hold its own when it's fully extended like that, unless it's completely straight up and down. If it's completely straight up and down, you'll be perfectly fine. But if you need any kind of an angle from straight up and down, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. So yeah, I would recommend it. It does work. It does haul in the signals better. Leaving it fully extended, it does work best. Even your own stock antenna fully extended will work better than trying to mess around with the different heights that they tell you in the book, which is, like I said, is BS. At least that's been my experience. So yeah, if you want to pick one up, pick one up. I'm going to see if I can find a better choice. If I do, I'll definitely let you guys know, because Wish does have a boatload of different antennas to still go through. So I may order a few more in for some testing purposes and see if I can find something even better that will work out. But otherwise, I will continue to use that one because it does actually work really, really well. It's just that when I do reviews for you guys, I tell you straight up, exactly what I think and feel about something. And that's where I'm at. So take it from there. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the little talk and the review on this thing. This is a final and main review, main and final in one, so there will not be any update reviews on that antenna. But if I do get more antennas in to try out, I will definitely let you guys know and what I think and how they work, and we'll continue on. So thank you again for watching, and have a great day. Ciao.